All right, y'all, we back once again. This is going to be an important topic I feel like black men don't really talk about, right? I want to talk about hypersexuality. Within the neighborhoods we come from inner city Chicago, Illinois, where we're encouraged to have sex at very young ages. And I feel like that has a negative effect on young men and what their motivations are in life when you have sex so young. So I want to speak to you directly because this is something that you struggle with during your time being. At what age did you lose your virginity?
At 12.
12
Years
years
old.
old.
Yep.
Where at?
A movie theater. 12 years old. A movie theater in Minnesota. Yep.
How old was the girl?
She was like 16, 17.
And you're 12.
And I'm 12. Yeah.
That in itself is crazy.
Yeah. Like,
Oh.
I had no idea what I'm like. Just wild to me, like thinking about it. Like, I was just, like, you know how they say, get your dick. Like, I was just getting my shit. I didn't know what I was doing. What?
Right. So, and I remember you telling me, describing this to me. We 12, I'm losing my mind. Like, what? Like, what the fuck? What is he talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we still young, and I'm still at a school where my innocence is still maintained.
Right.
Within this, even though our school was in Princeton Park in the hood, it was a magnet school. So we still have a sphere of innocence over us within the school that we've all known each other since kindergarten or eighth grade.
Yep.
When you went to Dalton, what was described? You said described the environment, the sexual prowess of young men at that time.
Yeah, seventh grade. Like I'll never forget. Like some of the guys I'm cool with. Like maybe even see them on social media. But like I'm looking at them trying to like smash the chick in class. Like
they were trying to have sex with girls in class.
They talking to they straight up on the chick, telling her they want to fuck. Like you know what I'm saying? Trying to finger all of this. Like seventh grade. So I'm seeing all this, and like I said, I'm thinking I'm so far behind because nobody's a virgin. Like most of my class, I feel like was on that. Like the girls, they were having sex. The guys was having sex. They trying to smash each other. I thought it was weird because, like I said, we was talking about the girls. I'm like, we wasn't out here having sex, so I'm feeling so left behind. Like honestly, I'm like, I don't know when they lost their virginity. I ain't asking. They could be lying, but how everything looking, they all having sex. Like everybody having sex. I'm in the seventh grade. And I'm like, dang, I gotta lose my virginity as fast as I can because I'm lying saying I am a virgin, but I am a virgin. I'm lying saying I'm not a virgin, but
so you were lying and saying you weren't a virgin.
I was, yeah,
okay.
I'm lying. So just like they could have been, but that was my goal then. Like it's like I gotta lose my virginity. I have to.
Right.
I didn't want to be the last. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I am the last one from me knowing. And what it seemed like everybody, like I said, everybody was having sex.
Right.
So
I want to put that into like it's such crazy. So after you be around these dudes, you know, you lose your virginity for the first time. You lose your virginity,
mm-hmm.
right? What would you describe your life like after that?
I feel like I was only focused on sex, like for a very, very long time. Like I feel like that was my demeanor for like mid-20s. And I look at it like as I was young and dumb but maturing, but like just being introduced to it so young, I just it was an obsession for me. Like that's all I thought about and wanted was to have sex with a girl. Like I just wanted to have sex with a chick. Like that was it.
Not to really date her.
Never cared for none of that. I just wanted to have sex with number of girls. Like I feel like I was a sick. Like I didn't, at that point I didn't realize it, but like looking back at it, like even years ago, like dang,
it was an addiction for you.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Like it was a straight addiction. Like,
and that addiction manifested at 12 years old.
12 years old, yep.
12.
Okay. And that, like I said, it was just for me going into a school like that, and like I said, that's what everybody was doing, and I just became obsessed with it. Like I just wanted to be having sex with all the girls because that's what a lot of people were doing. That's what a lot of guys talked about. Like I said, I'm seeing the guys in class, like straight up trying to get in their pants.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, damn, this is a new world to me.
And I'm going to put this in perspective. And Turner Jew Language Academy wasn't doing that.
It wasn't. All. Like,
I remember, I swear to God, I remember when I got to high school, me, Kiefer, and I was talking to y'all. Me and Kiefer, you already were exposed to the hypersexuality of young men and young. Me and Keith was coming from Turner Drew. We go to high school, kids having sex for real.
Mm-hmm.
And girls is asking us if we wanna fuck.
Yeah.
Okay? Uh-huh. And I don't know how to take this because I'm coming from a school like what? You know, you feel like that was just a motivation for you throughout your teen and 20 years.
Yep. Early 20. Like I felt like that. And I don't know how or why, but until I feel like I matured as a person. Where I was like, yo, I don't like. Why am I just sexualizing? Like, why is it just sex? Like, I do realize that it was something wrong with me. Like, I don't know.
What do you think helped you recognize those things? Or recognize that it was a problem?
I don't know. I feel like I'm very
self-aware.
Self-aware, and I'm just getting older. I recognize so many things. You know what I'm saying? Like all my mistakes I continuously make. You know, the things that I do over and over and over as all type of stuff. I just realized that was like a real bad thing that I, you know.
Yeah. So did that addiction to sex stop your productivity in a lot of areas? Did it stop you from being productive in certain things that you wanted to do? Do you feel like it did?
I would say absolutely, yeah. Like, cause that was my only like goal. Like, go to work, make some money, try to meet a girl. Like, so I would say even social media. Like, I was just
social media makes things worse.
Yeah. So, and I feel like that's when social media kind of was, or yeah, like, and I feel like that it just kept going on and on.
Right.
And just, I guess it's just really maturing. Like I sit back and like, dang, when I got started, I don't think I'm old at all now, but like when I look at myself 5 years when I was 25 and I be looking back and I'm like, dang, I was like, at that moment I realized, oh, like, this is an issue, like a real bad issue. And
do you think, were you about to say something else? Do you think, because you talked about going to basic training in the Army, right? Did that separate? Like, did that help you in some way?
Somewhat. Like even me going away for training for basic, like I left for like maybe 6 months altogether. I was aware that it was getting me away.
It was 6 months?
Yeah, it was 6 months altogether. It's basic training, which is 10 weeks, and then with however long your school, your MOS job is training. So I was going for 6 months altogether. And that time, I knew before I was leaving, I was just partying. I quit my job. I worked a part-time just to party and meet girls. But my bad, Malcolm.
You good?
I forgot what I was saying.
You were saying I was saying did the training like help you realize?
I knew I was leaving away from everything for a little bit to be able to focus on just myself and not chasing women. So that was a really like key part for me, but it still took me years to but that was like my process of me like acknowledging that I knew it did help because I was gone for a little bit. I didn't focus on women while I was in training. Like,
yeah,
you shouldn't be focusing on women.
Yeah.
But that was still young. I was still like 22 when I first left for training.
Yeah,
but
22.
That was a good start. And then a few years later, I feel like I obviously ain't perfect, but I still feel like that's not my goal anymore at all. Like a couple years after that, it's like I'm not just out here trying to have sex with every woman or wanting to have just sex. Like that ain't my priority.
Right. Yeah. But I wanted you to talk about that because I think a lot of men don't talk about those things. I spoke about me having like a thing for watching porn a lot.
Yeah.
And I spoke about it in school. It started out when me being in a relationship, not trying to cheat. Watching porn a lot. In college, it kind of suppressed that, right?
Right.
And then I started to do it to like, even when I was feeling stressed, it was like a thing for me to do to the point where I had to stop with messing with my joint, right? right? Because porn is not really good for you.
Right.
You know, it does a lot of things. I was talking about it and I was like, man, it's a lot of dudes that don't talk about these things that go along.
Right.
How many dudes we know lost their virginity from running a train on a girl or something crazy like that? And they become addicted to some type of perversions. Like they need that type of setting.
Yep.
So a lot of them dudes in the hood didn't lost their virginity on their cousins making them get in on a train or something. Yeah. And it does something to their whole mentality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's why I spoke and I said I don't think I wouldn't want my son having sex super young like that.
Absolutely. Like I appreciate that. Like that's my dad didn't. Yeah, we had arguments about like my sexual like comparison like of women like. That didn't help at all. Like he would have
arguments about you not having sex with enough girls.
When I moved with him, yeah, like we were who having the most sex or who getting the most girls. You know what I'm saying?
You and your dad.
Yeah. But I think that definitely played a part too. Like my father figure that's what type of relationship we had.
So did you feel like you had to prove to him that you could have sex with a lot of girls and conquer a lot of women?
I think I was there. Already.
You was already there, so you ain't gonna tribute it to him. Okay.
So he just treated me, too young when he shouldn't be treating me that way.
Okay.
But I was already there 100%.
I guess.
Hey, bro, I'm having more sex than you, my guy.
I remember.
I'm teaching you. Yeah, I was trying to tell him. He got mad at me one day trying to beat me. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to help you out. You ain't got it like that no more, killer. I'm giving him game. Yeah, he was mad trying to beat me up.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I thought it was a good conversation to have about that, man. Because I think it's a lot of that's going on too much, and it's causing a lot of that leads to teen pregnancy, young 14, 15-year-old type stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I was like, yo, they got to be talked about too, because it's rampant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They doing it earlier now, a little bit earlier. So
and that's just hard to believe. Like, I mean, I look at my age, but I guess, dang, yeah, 12, they doing it earlier. But even just 12, to think like that's most kids in it. I'm looking at my little sister now, like she's 12, like, and I think I was out here wilding.
Yeah.
It just don't even.
Right.
It literally just, it's hard to process.
I'm saying my daughter Madison is 12 years old, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To think about a boy 12 years old trying to talk to her like that, how you was talking?
Which is crazy because it was the other way around.
And the girl was talking to you. You know what I mean? But it was an older girl, though. Yeah, you know what I mean? So,
but,
yeah,
man,
that's crazy. Man.